Douglas McGregor, theory X and Y, describe two contrasting by managers in an organization. Simple. Directive style of leadership is like playing God with workers. Client means workers. Yes. So, playing God with workers. आप ऐसे समझो कि जैसे हमारी सोसाइटी डेमोक्रेसी है, तो इसमें गवर्नमेंट जो होती है, गवर्नमेंट और आप भी कल को एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर बनोगे तो आप लोगों को डायरेक्ट कर रहे होते हैं, राइट? तो इट इज अबाउट कमांड एंड कंट्रोल, एज इफ की पीपल डोंट हैव देयर विजडम. दिस डायरेक्टिव स्टाइल ऑफ लीडरशिप मीन्स दैट कि लीडर नोज एवरीथिंग एंड फॉलोअर्स जस्ट शुड फॉलो देम. इट इज लाइक प्लेइंग गॉड विद देम. गॉड मीन्स कि नोइंग एवरीथिंग. This you can consider this. And it is prescriptive. Prescriptive means कि you give a blueprint what you have to do, how you have to do. This one best way of doing work. This. So you tell also that what you have to do, how you have to do, when you have to do. So there is means even let's say कि quite details guideline you are giving that how you should work. This. So you are not leaving anything to their wisdom. But theory Y is not like that. Theory Y believes in empowering you. This acting, let's say, empowering you. Working with them rather than working over them. So your role will be indicative. Indicative means कि just give a direction. Just give a direction, you can say. Do not direct, rather give a direction. Do not control, but just influence behavior. Work as a facilitator. Hands-off approach means this is how autonomy to them. So that kind of things you can talk. So autonomy, functional autonomy. This you do not direct them, rather you leave to them. They can do their work. The indicative has this meaning. Descriptive has a directive meaning. This. So that is how he is trying to say. So first you have to explain the statement. What does it mean? The key terms given. And then उसके बाद तो आपको वही लिखना है, theory X and Y.
Sir, can you please repeat indicative? Indicative meaning?
Indicative is just working as a facilitator, empowering, rather than taking decision on your behalf. This. So indicative is again well said. Right? There is also indicative. Indicative means that you just show a direction, give a direction, you facilitate something rather than you yourself do something. So you will not yourself do something. Rather you will just facilitate, like say ki empowerment. Minimum government, maximum governance. So it is about empowering people so that they can themselves do their work. This. They can themselves govern. This is self-governance. This. If you talk in 74th Amendment, 73rd Amendment. So this aspect can be. The indicative is this. Prescriptive is, let's say that ki, what we say in answer, let's take an answer writing. So we cannot strictly tell that कि आपका answer ऐसे होना चाहिए, right? Just we tell that कि these are the things you should follow. Rest is up to you. So you will write. There is no one way to write answer. So you cannot strictly tell कि no, पहला paragraph ऐसा होगा, दूसरा paragraph ऐसा होगा, right? It is very difficult. So rather you can be guided that how you should write answer. Ultimately you have to apply your wisdom to write it. What we have to do is that empower it. Like we are empowering, we cannot teach exactly which questions they are going to ask. तो हमें वही से पढ़ाना चाहिए सारा क्वेश्चन, isn't it? तो क्वेश्चन वाइज पढ़ाना चाहिए कि अच्छा यही क्वेश्चन आएगा, सिर्फ यही पढ़ना है, right? So it is like you playing God, isn't it? This. You are playing God, right? But you know that it is not possible, right? So you should be taught that you are empowered so that you will be able to answer yourself. This. Similarly, people working in organization, they should be given a skill, they should be trained, they should be given a skill, they should be given all resource and facilities, and then they should be left that they can execute the work themselves. This. The indicative is this. Now directive is, it will not leave anything to them. rather it will, जैसे Taylor is saying that each and everything is defined, time and motion study, right? Threadbare detail of the work, then its relation with time, which work you have to do in which time and how you have to do, everything is defined there. This, but then experiments, you know that how that girls change their, they did not adhere to one best way of doing work. This, so human behavior aspect. So this statement demands explanation. What is indicative, what is playing with God, and then indicative, prescriptive. Then you have to write, this is how his talk. Indicative is related to theory Y, and prescriptive is related to theory X. And thereafter you will write it. Okay. That was a difficult question basically, because people have challenge in understanding this. Right. Otherwise, generally they do not ask a difficult question. Yes. Then I guess this was in 16 question. McGregor view the managerial cosmology. This is how managerial cosmology question. Cosmology that meaningfully addresses the understanding of manager and his role perception. This is also simple one. This, the role perception. Then once 2007 also, the role perception is that how manager thinks about workers. This that will depend on his perception about workers. Thinking is nothing but perception. This, the theory X and theory Y. Analyze McGregor theory X and Y. Do you agree with the view that with every passing year, McGregor message has become more relevant and more important? Yes. Right. Analyze this. Do you agree this? Partially will agree, partially will not agree. To large extent, you should agree. Yes. Why to large extent? What we have told, inclined. In relevance, we have written, now society is more inclined towards greater democratization. To large extent, it is true. See, most of the organizations are moving towards what? Democratization or centralization? Where is the force? Democratization. Most of the reforms, most of the change, most of the ideas will talk about more democratization, more democratization. Do you find that, there should be centralization? Right? There is more emphasis on decentralization, democratization. So that is how it is relevant. This, right? We should agree with this. That's why the last part that we have told, in relevance part, whatever we have told, that part you should write. In relevance part, we have told why it is relevant even today. Whatever we have told in relevance part, you should write that. Plus, you can bring some other examples from application part that we have given. The application part, that aspect, relevance part, and this is how combining you can write it. Largely, it will be clear in that sense. And so they do not ask difficult question from Douglas McGregor. This, largely they will ask whatever the question, simple question.
Earlier questions used to be of 60 marks.
Yes, पहले 60 marks के question होते थे. नहीं होते तो पहले का अलग तरीका था. Now you have become intelligent, so it's why this is. Let's say till it was till 2013. उसके पहले, right? Before 2013, it used to be first question first, and question fifth. They will have 5 options: A, B, C, D, E. और इसमें से 3 ही अटेम्प्ट करना. 5 options, 3 you have to attempt, right? This, and that will be 60 marks. One question 60 marks. इसलिए कि पहले 300 marks का होता था. Now we have 250 marks. पैसा भी मतलब मार्क्स भी घटा दिया ना, क्वेश्चन बढ़ा दिया बस. And then thereafter there will be other question. Let's like 6 more question. 2, 3, 4 in section A and then 6, 7, 8. इसमें एक ही क्वेश्चन होगा. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 एक ही क्वेश्चन होगा और वो 60 मार्क्स का होगा. एक ही क्वेश्चन होगा 60 मार्क्स. लिखना है जितना लिखो. अब थक गए थोड़ा बाहर रेस्ट कर लो, फिर आके लिखो. सॉरी. सब 600 वर्ड्स का आंसर 500. क्या लिख रहे होंगे. सो दैट इज
कोई एक टॉपिक छोड़ के गया उसी का क्वेश्चन आ रहा है.
यस. तो ऐसे क्वेश्चन होते थे. तो अपने समय के अपने चैलेंज होते थे. चैलेंज ये होता था कि इतने सारे गाइडेंस नहीं होता था, टेस्ट सीरीज नहीं होता था, ये सब कुछ नहीं होता था. दिस टेस्ट सीरीज हो रहा है कल्चर तो भी बाद में आता है. 2010 ऑनवर्ड्स इतनी ज़्यादा होता है. 10, 11, 12 दिस जाओ. अब तो बिल्कुल वही कल्चर है. Anyhow, so अपने टाइम का अपने होता है. पेपर ऐसे टाइप दिस इज हाउ. फॉरगेट अबाउट दिस. सो विल टेक टुमारो रेंसिस लिकर्ट विल फिनिश. राइट.